세러데이 쇼다운 T1 대 젠지 또 너냐?
The pool. And they'll actually go for the Rel here instead. T1 are expecting this. Carry has already got the Alistair hovered, and it'll be an insta-lock response here. So T1 have a very fantastic dive composition here where the Maokai sets up, you burst with Jace, and then Kai'Sa follows up with the Renekton to kill a single target.
Yeah, looking forward to that mid lane absolutely this time around. But guys, we're ready. Let's hop on the rift for game one.
And then decide he'd make a statement. And Faker, usually not the kind of guy to say stuff like that. Poby's going for a level 1 here.
What is this? He's bringing the challenger energy into this game. Gets a huge cheer from the crowd.
And I mean,
I'm excited. I want to see new players do this.
Yeah. I can prove that maybe my team in Challengers is at the bottom of the standings, but I can actually pop off as an individual.
Not because of me. There it is again. Another shock blast to the face.
And this is not going to go around those Krugs. And if Paddock and Beryl try to, with level 3, look for a crash down engage. Uh-oh.
Ooh, Keria kind of messing that one up, but is going to get the flash out of Beryl at least, as I'm going to outhand this guy. I'm going to get the damage, and it's like, oh crap, there's a jungler here.
Guma is going to get crashed down on Glacial Augment, going to slow him.
Maokai here, he is going to elect to cleanse rather than flash, and now the Dragon's getting in on it. Takes a pot shot at the weakened Kai'Sa. That wasn't very friendly.
No, it's certainly not. That's going to deny Dragon, as well as now they're going to get some extra lane prio here. Yes, Cookies, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Cookies and Cosmic. So a big trade up in the top side once again. Zays clears out the wave, but Rascal's going forward, but now just able to zone him away with the Counter-Strike. And Juon's been hovering the top side of the map all the time, as honestly he should. As now, Zays in a little bit of trouble. He is going to get the plate, but this Jax might come back to bite him, as here comes Sejuani, very nice flash, but Zeus is able to slice away. Unfortunately, there is an ult that comes in, and...
Blast Plant?
Nope, no Blast Plant to save him this time, so nicely done by DRX on the top side. They finally are able to get some value out of that top jungle duo.
For Rascal here, sub 11 minutes.
Got a fight in the bottom side. Keria here, Unbreakable Will is up. He is going to get rooted though, and kept around for way too long. The permafrost comes through, and Keria is going down. They even feed that kill over to Paddock, as now the Xayah rather is getting pretty fed.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. Get some cookies as Zeus.
Uh-oh. Stun comes down. No flash for Zeus. He does have Dominus, but no way to survive against 3. As DRX able to come up here, actually pulling off of it now. Rascal trying to make his way in. Let's see how this one's going to go, as the ult is thrown into Zeus, who doesn't really care about that. Just hit the eye one time, they say, as a big counter-strike does come in. As Keria tries to get the counter-engage in the eye, he will pick it up, but will have to flash this wall just to survive. Doesn't look like he should be able to either with counter-strike again. That should be 2 kills. Oh, the headbutt comes in.
Rascal does have flash. I mean, they could force this.
Oh, Rascal is just on a tear right now. Zeus in a lot of trouble as he's ticking down. The minions trying to help out, but Rascal will survive. Sure is. Juon is looking for another play on the top side, and he might as well. There's no Dominus or flash this time. As Juon incredibly tanky, they are looking for it. He's tanking up the turret, and yeah, there's just no escape for Zeus as Juon even gets the aftershock, and Zeus once again just being bullied up there.
The Jax has the Sejuani, the Renekton does not, and with a lead like this, there's just not much that Zeus can do. Can't even speak ill of him. He's been camped, and all of the resources went to Poby in the mid lane. Speaking of...
Okay, crash down, but here we have Keria now, the Magnus Storm, just to try to survive, and a big knockup comes in from Keria as, gonna be pushed away by Fate, and Poby just barely able to survive after that. They do get another charge here on the Rift Herald. There's a little sniperoo comes in from Guma, but doesn't look like he's going to R into that one.
Sejuani Jax with a lead like this.
Another fight, and Zeus, he is able to get the turret, but he is still fighting against Rascal, so he gives over more gold, more XP to the Fed. Risk he took, as Rascal does not have vision of his jungle that is littered with T1 members. Throws up a question mark sign as I swear, Owner and Keria are always right next to Poby wherever he is. Now he's in the top lane. Both Owner and Keria are right there, even with this Infernal Drake about to spawn. Poby's taking a fight against the Fed Jax. Definitely not the guy you want to go for. As now we got TPs coming in. DRX are hounding down T1.
Teleport interrupted by Renekton.
Nice. That is a very important interrupt, but still Keria is going to go down. Rascal getting lower and lower, but he does have that Divine Sunder. Knows that he just wants to keep the T1 members around as the hop is going to come in. Doesn't even need the flash. Has stopwatch and is buying a lot of time as the team comes over, but a little bit too little too late as Poby's going to get the big shutdown here on the Jax.
Yeah, definitely need to be careful about these ones, DRX. So Poby getting a lot of money here on the first kill of the game.
And they're going to be able to hand it over to Juhan at least, so.
Control ward here in the pit. Juhan's got the edge controlled, and this is an easy Baron call here with the damage they have.
Yeah, they're going to start it up. Let's see if T1 can get in position for this. The Nature's Grasp comes out, and DRX just pull off of it entirely. Another big shock blast into Fate. They're looking for an engage. A little bit late to the party, but they are going to get it onto Poby, and there's the Magnet Storm into that backline, but the damage is not there. As Beryl goes down, it looks like the T1 support will as well. Meanwhile, Zeus is just dead. Not sure why he's taking that fight there, but maybe Rascal able to.
I mean, it absolutely will be.
Still up, but we'll have to wait and see as Poby now elects to go down.
Rascal is like, this is my game, this is my Rift. I'm level 18 now, and kill the Maokai.
It's going to come down to a smite fight, but Owner's not going to be able to get it. And that is going to be the end of that. The Baron now on top of the Jax.
Owner's ult there. And once that's down, that's the biggest enemy of DRX's comp. If they're all rooted in place, they can't combo as Poby a victim again.
Yeah, Magnet Storm should be free as he's trying to trade back a little bit. Fate going to take that kill. As this is becoming a landslide victory now to the side of DRX. Yeah, absolutely is. We do have 3 of them gone. And the Baron buff still here for a minute 15. Which is just an incredible amount of time at this point. As TP now into the bottom side, onto the super minion. Nature's Grasp is going to come in. Nice engage from the side of Keria. Juhan in a little bit of trouble, but he's just so tanky. Even a stopwatch for Bada. Like, they've got everything in this one. Another big knock-up from Keria, but unfortunately, their armor is too thick, and nobody is going to go down. DRX will take this one 19-2 in kills as they dominate T1 in game number 1.
Very decisive game from DRX. They took an early lead in the top side, and they were able to push those advantages everywhere. And DRX came with a clear plan. Get the Jax ahead, and he will win us this game. He tops damage on the Rift. Big, but you have so many ways to kill any single target. I mean, the Braum here going to help against some of that engage, can stand in the front, but yeah, I actually much prefer something like this. To be honest, Beryl, his iconic Heimerdinger back from the Damwon days, he's going to lock it in. My problem with the Braum is that while he can tank a lot of damage, he usually buys time for re-engage, which is not necessarily what DRX comp is going to be perfect at here with this LeBlanc Varus. And if he dies, that's a cash-in every time. Whereas the Heimerdinger gives you much more strong objective setup, gives you an easier laning phase. I think the complexities of DRX could outplay T1 if they play reactionary, they play safe and slow and methodical on objective setup with those turrets.
Well, let's see how this one goes. We're hopping on the Rift for game 2. That's what I took from that movie as well, yeah.
Let's take a look at these runes. It is going to be double Comet in the bottom lane for Paddock and Beryl, unsurprisingly, for that extra lane prio. And it may be Lethality Varus here, you know, because of this. That's the assumption, but it doesn't necessarily have to be.
Well, Zeus wants revenge. This is definitely a much easier situation. You know, as the space pointed out, it wasn't a perfect game, obviously, from Zeus. But this time, it's not going to be Rascal who gets all the help. It's Zeus who's got Owner up here at level 3. A quick bottom side of the map, clear into straight top lane gank. Here he comes as Rascal has Counter-Strike, just going to hop away. And, well, looks like Zeus messed up his body slam. Yeah, and Rascal gets baited into this one. He's just Counter-Strike early. He's just clearing up the wave as he looks to go the other way. Flash body slam comes in, as now trying to come from the top side as Rascal flashes and then dies.
Yeah, I'm not sure about committing the flash on this one. I thought for a moment he just was like, I'm going to use this Counter-Strike to clear the wave because I know I'm dead. I'm at least kill all the minions. Or try to aggressively go in to deny the assist. He does neither and flashes, so not going to be able to get out this time with the body slam coming through.
Here comes Juhan. He wants to double scuttle.
He's got red buff.
Against Owner, who is down a level and now is in a bit of a rough spot here. He's getting chunked down. He's going to have to flash a wall or just elect to die. He's going to...
Oh, he flashed! He tricked him!
It's just a Q, I think. He just chases after him, right? Unless Owner can get his W back up for 3-2, and maybe Owner gets away. The Q is going to hit, but Owner will survive somehow, some way.
And it was a juke on the flash. I really thought you're dead. He's got red buff. You're absolutely going to die there. And unfortunately, it's not going to end up saving him.
Well, here comes a gank from Juhan again, and Rascal picks up a kill, so that's a trade of kills in the top side, something we didn't see. Utilizing this Nocturne to great effect so far.
Okay, so this is Owner's first-person view on the Grand Escape. Gets feared, is slowed by this, and watch his flash. Goes to the top before then flashing down, knowing that his opponent would leave the brush at that moment. Dodges the
Tricked
Q.
him, but I think I'm still dead. He's calling out the timing of his W. I think I can live.
야, 큐 맞긴 했는데,
He's so upset.
Yeah. It's rough, but Juhan's still on the map.
He said, like, my Q hit him, but...
yeah.
And Zeus here, taking that advantage with his Comet, pushing way too far up. Look at the vision control in the river. Body bounce body slam rather the...
Body bounce.
You bounce it. You bounce that Counter-Strike away, and then...
Level 6.
Comet trade is here's level 6, and Poby's way up in the lane.
And Rascal is here too, but so is Owner, as the Fear is going to come down, and he does dodge the stun with the shield, as in comes Rascal, scoops the kill, and now Owner is just left out to dry. It should be 2 over to the side of DRX, and Rascal picks up both of them.
Flashless. And makes this happen. And got him. And you also have to consider that this game is done. And
nearly with mid laners with Shiv, and he can do this. His ganks are insane, as we have Zeus, who is setting it up very nicely. He's going to force the flash. Here comes Owner, as the caster curse immediately strikes onto Juhan, who will eventually die. There he goes. Owner just going to cue that down.
Ghostblade is less common mythic these days to pick up because of the nerfs, but still makes sense here.
Close. That was very close with the Everfrost. If that hits, Rascal's probably Gragas joining up. It is going to be a straight-up 5v5 as Poby and Owner on the left, carrying Zeus on the right. As waiting for that engage, the Magnus Storm only hits the Nocturne, but they burst him 100-0. Down he goes. As now to that backline, we do have Poby extremely low, so is Keria, and the poking is coming out. DRX are playing this so well with the spacing. They take down 2 members, and they will win this fight as another hit is going to come in from Poddock. This guy is a sniper. Why is this the first time he played the lethality virus? Nice body boop comes out, but Rascal is looking for more as the pokes are coming in at Kuma. He wants to take those. Oh man, he goes down and he loses all of his stacks.
All of the stacks.
He took them.
He's played it so many times. He knows how to play against it. This comp is so meta right now, and DRX, I mean, they are just not dropping the ball.
Rascal set up against Rascal. He does have Counter-Strike, but there's a lot of magic that's being thrown at him as the lights are turned off, and they come to save Rascal from the jungle. As Owner goes very deep for that one, and he will be punished, as Rascal will be saved. Meanwhile, we got Beryl versus Gumayusi.
He's got an ult and a bunch of turrets and vision control.
Yeah, it's so much more difficult to understand what's going on, the angles you have to take. As Rascal, speaking of angles, he is so tanky, he doesn't care. He's just running at them, and he might get punished for it. Yes, he will. That's a cash-in for Guma with the Whirling Death.
There's some hope.
Going to pick up that kill.
A little bit of hope. The poke is coming through from Fate, though, with that Shiv damage. They have the choke point controlled, and yeah, you killed the Jax here, but won't we be able to see a Rel engage without ults anymore? I don't think so, and I think that, once again, numbers advantage doesn't matter. That's the main problem, especially because they can... Yeah, this is funny. I mean, stuff like this, like, he just has no idea.
Okay.
He has no idea.
He's dead. Yeah, this is just a dead Gragas.
He's dead, and it's not tank Gragas, so he just disappears. A surround on DRX, but Keria is found.
Fade is doing so much damage. I mean, Poby's on half health. Owner is going to get into the pit. They're trying to take out Juhan, but he just engages onto Poby, flashes away as we got Chaos now on the Rift. Poddock is going to be taken out as Owner found that angle, but they're not dealing with Rascal as this Baron is getting lower and lower. Juhan over the top, but he can't get the smite down. It still looks good for DRX to take the entire fight anyway, as Zeus is the only one who just respawned. No, he did not get it.
He didn't get it.
DRX will wipe them on the Baron.
Here for T1. And this is it. They could see everything, and Zeus can see nothing. He's just hoping they're going to over-index on trying to clear vision. Not only did they already clear it, it's definitely not a 100% call by any means.
Bouncy bomb,
Grenade?
bouncy boom boom as they turn off the lights, and a teleport's coming in, and DRX just say, well, that's fine, we can just back away. And Nocturne Ultimate isn't, you know, the shortest cooldown, but
It's not the be-all, end-all, and you know what? T1 have great engage. I would love if DRX just go.
they're gonna start the Baron.
They're trying to force a fight. They're trying to draw DRX out, but they've lost half their health bars.
Okay, well, this is desperate. They're trying to get on top of Beryl, and yeah, they do kill Beryl, and they lose Poby for it. Meanwhile, in the back line, down goes the Draven, barely does anything as Rascal and Juan are just hounding them as finally the Magnus Storm comes in, but this is DRX just wiping them up once again.
TP to end.
into mid, and this will be DRX taking the 2-0 tonight.
Clean 2-0. Very one-sided games. And I gotta say, Valdez, this one was not about Poby.
No.
And Fate here, he is going to take Zeus out just as a parting gift. Goodbye. And the vision control in this series, not just in this game for DRX, was immaculate. A clinical way of playing 1-3-1 here with the Nocturne.
It's a really good look for DRX.
It really, really is.
Gotta give them a lot of credit in this one. GG.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation, and we are here joined by Rascal and Fate. After a win up against T1, 2-0. It's been a while since it has not been that long since we had an interview together, and another POG interview with you guys is always a joy. How do you feel about the win tonight? So we lost the previous series, so now we really had to win this in order to keep our playoffs hope alive, and 2-0 win is a blessing. I think while we were playing the series, we really wanted to have the agency and control of the game, and I think today we were able to make it happen. So I think I'm like happier than usual, you know. I think we were able to achieve our goal in terms of the play style as well. So Fate, you are playing up against Poby, not Faker. So how did you prepare for this matchup after you heard the news? So I was like playing solo queue in green room, and then I heard the news very later. So our coach was giving me some of the questions about champion matchups and stuff, so I was answering him. But regardless of the fact that they're having a new challengers mid laner subbing in, still T1 is a very strong team, so we didn't want to let our guards down. We rather wanted to focus on our performance. DRX, congrats on the first 2-0 win of the summer season as well. Rascal, I think, you know, all 5 members are on a very good form right now. How did you guys kind of practice in order to improve your performance? You know, we really focused on keeping the positive energy of the team, and we all just worked so hard in order to step up together. And then today, Rascal, you got so many solo kills today. So we have this Rascal never-ending solo kill highlight reel. So let's take a look at this together. How did you manage to just solo bolo every single time? So at that time, I think Zeus kind of overstepped, so I was able to punish that. And this one, I was playing the mind game about, you know, adding pressure around the Baron, like as if I was rotating towards Baron. So Zeus also knew that if I grouped up with my teammates for the Baron, you know, he knew it was going to be a very rough team fight, so he wanted to force a fight over there. And that one on LeBlanc was a really good angle for me. And this one, maybe? Like, was it a solo kill? I guess. Well, it was a team fight anyway, so I naturally got some kills here. And that was 4 solo kills in a single game. How are you able to get so fat so early in that game? Juan babysitting me, you know? And I make great calls, you know. I have the brain, so I was making the right call at the right time. So, a lot of people say Jax does have the edge over Renekton in the early game. And then do you mean that once a jungler kind of helps Jax in order to get a kill, is it impossible for Renekton to turn it around? Yeah, I think the matchup is pretty solid, and once Jax gets his Divine Thunder all clear purchased, there is no way anyone can actually beat him, you know? He is the king of the Rift once he gets his core item. So yeah, Jax is pretty strong right now. And Fate, you played your most picked champion of the LCK LeBlanc. And then game 2, you guys, both solo laners actually secured the pick in the first phase of the pick. Why was that? So we're having a lot of target bans towards mid and jungle these days. So we just wanted to get the picks early because I was not bothered about early picks. And as a team, I think we kind of performed all well together, especially around that Jax. So we wanted to retake that Jax pick as well. Exactly, you said you guys secured the blind pick Jax and you guys banned 5 jungle cards. I mean, I actually wanted some top bans too. But unless you get rid of 2 top cards, you still have to just, you know, accept your destiny. So I just wanted to focus on the jungle champion pool and ask for Juan to save my soul. And Rascal, you have won every single POG on Jax every time. Fate, how does it feel to play with Rascal's Jax? Yeah, I mean, Jax really has one of the highest carry potential among all of the meta top picks right now. And also Rascal, you know, once he gets scaled and fed, you know, he always makes this impactful performance and outplays, so I always trust his Jax. And then Rascal, you actually roam towards mid lane very early. I think that was the point where I kind of thought the game was over because I got 2 kills so early. I was like, wait, is it gonna be 2-0 today? Fate, what about you? I mean, even early on, even though Rascal died in lane, still we were in a very good situation. So we thought we were having a really good start, and then Rascal came to the mid lane just in time. So after that skirmish on the mid lane, I was pretty confident that we'll be able to close out the game victoriously. Rascal, you guys just finished your first round robin of the LCK. As a captain, any words for your teammates? You guys are doing fantastic, you know. Let's just keep this momentum in order to make playoffs. Fighting! Fate. Then anything you want to say to the team captain, Rascal? I mean, Rascal, in real life and also on the Rift, he is the best, you know. There's nothing you can complain about him. So I don't want anything more from him. I just want him to keep this, you know, great work. And, you know, let's just keep working hard as a team together. And you guys are kicking off the second round robin with a match up against Diplo's Kia. What is your resolution heading into the second half of the season? We will make sure to get another win in that series in order to end the season on a good note and achieve our goal. Well, it feels amazing to win today, but still, we have to keep this going. You know, we have to focus on the up-and-coming matches. Every single game matters, so we will keep working hard in order to get another win in the pocket. This will be the end of the interview from Rascal Fate on the side of DRX, and back to the space. Thank you.